What is up? How we doing? So I'm a bit late, but I hope you guys are doing well. My eyelashes are getting funny. Anyways, how we doing? Oh boy, as always, let's start with the puzzles. A good warm-up is how we start. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then 4 it captures. This is going to be tricky. This is actually going to be tricky. Okay, how about 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That works, right? But 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't catch up. Am I going wrong? Okay, well, let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, still can't catch up. Now the trick about this position, you are likely to say, oh, let me go with the furthest pushed pawn, because that's harder to reach. But then actually the furthest push pawn is where your opponent can get you. Let's see if I'm making a mistake in my analysis. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you just can't. I don't see how he does it. That's actually very funny. Just can't catch it. But if you use the furthest push pawn, you can catch it. That's so funny. That is actually so funny, right? That is actually so funny. Takes we check, king comes in that way. Queen takes check. If you block, there's check again, and this time you can't block because there's a pawn there. So you lead with this, not with this, especially since your queen's under attack. So takes here, this is the second one. If your opponent goes then you just promote first. You promote first, check, they come in this way. You have this move. Blocking doesn't help so much, but you can now come down this way. Pretty interesting. What? Oh, I didn't calculate one line. I didn't calculate takes. I didn't calculate that. I calculated only if it works for me. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so let's say takes, the opponent takes there. So then it's possible we just start with this. But again, your opponent has check here. And anywhere you move, this is the check. Right? Yeah. You basically have these. That is crazy. It has to be rook takes. Because rook takes, if you take my queen, this is also checkmate. So rook takes f7, rook takes f7. Then I think we go bishop takes check, pawn takes check. Because again, now if here, check here, if the king goes this way, we can make a queen. Yeah, I think that's the way we go about it, rather. We take here, blocking the checkmate. I was thinking here, but this check, like I said, just missed a little bit. I was thinking here too, not so sure. I think the final move is just this way. Because you go check, he takes, checkmate. It has to be this. Ooh. I don't know why I didn't account for that. Like that was the first thing you should account for. I immediately started accounting for if my opponent, if I take my opponent's take back. I have. Sorry. I have accounted for it. Part of it. Pawn takes. King takes, and then we are in Zugzwang. Pawn takes, we are in Zugzwang. Takes, Zugzwang. Sorry. Our opponents. That's me. Takes, we come in here. Pawn push, take. Yeah, we lose the opposition. Okay. Pawn push. Takes. Pawn push, takes. King takes. I have the opposition. What's the side move here? Pawn push. I just take, right? King takes. I can take. I feel like a move is something like this. But if we do that, he just plays pawn push, right? If we just play this, he just plays pawn push. Takes, for example, and then here. I don't have anything. So probably it's takes or pawn push. If pawn push takes, it could be this move. It could just be this move. Because if takes here, d4, b takes c4, b takes c4, b takes c4, king takes. You would have to play d takes, c takes d4, king takes d4. We have the opposition. Our opponent moves, we can come in this way. Our opponent moves this way, we can come in this way. I think that's the. And this is why we hate the end game. Okay, well. Then we just go compo. That's just done. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way this guy can leave. Hey, Sicilian Ninja, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Trying to figure something out. Looking at this, but then pawn push may be annoying. I don't know. I don't know if pawn push wins here for black. Sorry, queen d2. Because I foresee, like, if you play knight here, we have queen check, queen takes, pawn takes, king takes, rook takes. King comes in this way. The other move on my mind is like queen to c3. Again, this move still comes. Other move is rook. Knight takes, check, rook takes. This one's a bit tough. Hey Linux, sorry about Friday. I had issues with my network. It came back later, I think about like an hour later. That was a good game. I have to figure this out. For the life of me, I can't figure this out. I mean, yeah, that's always the hope, right? That's always the hope. I can't figure. There's something I'm missing in my whole calculation. There's always some crucial thing that I'm missing, or there's always a crucial thing that you're missing that when you calculate you don't see. This is a consideration, but for example, like takes, rook takes, then you know, I've looked at this rook, knight takes, and I don't see anything from there. I've looked at rook takes, but I'm still not sure about this. Let me see this, if it's actually good. Queen check, takes, takes, king takes, rook takes, check, king comes up. I'm not convinced. Like, I wish I could be convinced of this whole thing. I'm not convinced. This would be the easiest puzzle known to man, but I'm not convinced. The other thing I looked at was this, and this seems to. Sorry, was it that? I forget. Sincerely, for the life of me, I can't figure. Takes here, I feel is correct because if my opponent takes, this is checkmate. But if he doesn't take, what would he do? That's the question. And I think that in all scenarios where he doesn't take, he's just going to play the queen. Let's play this one. Wrong. Oh, that is wrong. What else was there? What else would I look at? I'm just playing everything I looked at. Ah, now I get it. I get it. I do get it. Oh, that was so annoying. That's 3 wrong puzzles today. That was so annoying. Like, I now get it. I now actually get it. It just, like, I wasn't so sure. Yeah, but now it makes perfect sense. I mentioned that yes, if knight takes and if rook takes and then he takes, I do have a checkmate. Like, I recognize the whole checkmate motif, but I didn't see how to force it. So it's like, now it makes sense to me. Last one. Check, it's obvious. Check move comes, king comes in this way. I see that we can win a queen. I don't know if that's the end. Yeah, the queen sack, yeah. I'm seeing check king, sorry. Check king f6. Queen takes, check. King takes, and then this. And I think it's all forced. Because check here, you have no choice but to come in this way. After check here, you have no other good squares to go to. So you have to take. In which case, now we have check here. King moves, let's say this way, and then we have this. If the point of this puzzle is to win the queen, then I'm correct there. Taking here just runs into checkmate. So later on, look, data is crazy. It runs out like it's. I think I'm correct with this. Yeah. That's it. You know, I've not done something. I don't like it, but we'll do it. Arenas. Because arenas, you can easily get. Yeah, I struggled to see the queen sack. I just couldn't resolve it in my head. We can do a 5 + 0, which is what I've been doing often. Yeah. It's been a while I've played in an arena. There's some things I used to do I don't do so much anymore. Playing in arenas, playing in tournaments, like online tournaments. I have to start doing them. Okay. Oh. No need to stress. Did I miss something? Oh. Okay. I sincerely don't. Okay. Okay, we are just entering a boring end game for sure. Lost 3 and won the rest. Hey, I mean that's I think normal chess, isn't it? You lose everything. Okay. Okay, I'm happy. Game is drawn. I'm happy. I like my position. Bishop versus the knight. Active bishop versus the knight. I like this. Even position, but I like my position. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm winning here, but I think white is for choice here, despite the fact that we are in a drawish position. I don't know the point of that move. Still figuring it out. Still don't know the point of that move. He's going to. If we trade off here, I'll not like my position. So, yeah, is this wrong? I don't know. Still wondering about the position. Okay. Have a target. Oh, there's no back rank, my brother. There's no. You see, this is what I meant, right? Get rich or die try. I think this must be the second time on the stream or first time. I don't know. Maybe it's another username. But yeah, I told you guys. My position was better. My position was better. Slightly better. Sorry, not better, but slightly better. His trade there did not make any sense. Him trading there did not make any sense. I personally would have kept that pawn tension, right? Because it was very difficult for me to maneuver my pieces until he made it so clear for me, right? 1400. Most people would berserk, but as you know, I'm very bad with like time. I need to think. So someone would have berserked, I can't, so I don't. He's 1400. Okay, he didn't. Most 1400s would just pin there. So if he wants to defend this, he has to come in. I think I just take, right? I think that's the you take. You can take here, but Let's stick with the bishop first and then figure it out from there. Risky decisions here. I can play bishop takes, forces the queen to maybe try and trade off. I could reject that trade and play my like the second plan I have in mind. I think that's what I should go for. But the thing is, if I play this, he's more likely to come in. No, he can't come in there. Sorry, yeah. So I was, yeah. So you want to get rid of the pressure? You remove the pressure piece, right? I'm just not convinced about the way I want to play this. I think I'm going to all in to my opponent. Yeah, this move is what I'm talking about. This move I'm playing here is what I'm not convinced about. I could be making a very big mistake here. I can also just say, look, I have 2 pawns, just take, right? Okay, what can he do? Let's say I come in this way. What is his move? Like, how does he deal with me? I don't see like a 3-step plan, maybe a 4-step plan, but a 3-step plan I don't see it. Yes, I don't see the point in doing something that doesn't make any. There's no point in doing that. Like, I think I'll come in this way just because he has a pin. The reason I wanted to bring my queen here is because I have e4. That was the main reason I wanted to bring my queen there. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Maybe that would have been a better. Not like I would have even. I don't know. The more pieces come up, I'm up 2 pawns, right? So yeah, simple chess, nothing complex. Where is this knight going to? I don't get it. This game should be over 10 years ago. For some reason, I can't finish it. That was it. Okay. Okay. Am I missing something with the check here? But no, he could have just played check and then he was fine. Like check and I take, he takes with his bishop, he was fine. I don't get why he made that. Going to lose to time, eh? Ooh, that was bad by me. I completely missed that. Oh boy, I'm choking it against the 1400. Can you imagine? I'm choking against the 1400. Shouldn't have let him castle. I think so. I could have stopped it, but I was just too overly concerned about things that I shouldn't have been concerned about. Okay, let's go. We won't choke this. Okay. On. Okay, the more treats, the better. I like the more treats. Okay. Trying to figure out his game plan here. Like, I've still been winning throughout, but the point is, the way I was giving my opponent so much, it was worrying. Right? When you start giving your opponent so much like that, you really, like, it's a sign that you're like slipping, and you really have to take your time, like this, right? I mean, at this point in time, I can play any bad move, right? Because I'm winning on time. That was very bad. That was terrible. That was terrible. Terrible. I hope it's not a sign of things to come. But that was very terrible by me. That was very terrible by me. Like, imagine for a second there that I berserked. I would have just messed up. Or maybe I'd have played what was on my mind. You know, we'll have to look at that. What's making? Well, another 1400. This is definitely going to confuse him because he hasn't played much of it. Especially if you are playing against me who likes a certain position that they think is, oh my god, it's a win. If he's a real 1400, he's going to play here. Hey, sorry, here. Of course, this is a mistake. I don't know if you got scared, but that is not the move you want to be making. Let's go this way. So I get confused which one is better. He's playing like someone I know. Depends. Depends. Oh, that doesn't work. That's so painful that doesn't work. It's actually so painful that doesn't work. It is well. Oh, okay, I get his point. Not bad. Not bad at all. But that loses the oh boy. I was even thinking about the queen, not even checkmate. Interesting. I definitely am not going to win this. Not because I'll not win a lot of games, simply because I'm not going to be berserking. I'm not the berserking type. Not at all. But the reason I don't like playing these is risky, right? You play against this 1400 who may not be a 1400 and then you lose all your rating points. So crazy. So finally we are playing as black. No, actually this is my second game as black. Okay. Ooh. Oh, we should have tried. Okay. 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 We completely messed that up. We completely messed that up. Okay. The line. What was the line here? I think it was knight. Sorry. I think it was this. And here we take, right? We can go back, but let's go back. Going back, I think is wrong, but let's go back because it allows the knight to come in here in the same trade, but this one is kind of like bad for me. Can he play e5? He can, so we have to go knight, right? e4. Oh, I can't play this yet. Oh, oh boy. Oh, there's a way out that's very risky. I'll have to play that. The way out is very risky, but I'll have to. Yeah, this is not nice. This is really not nice because yeah, not even that per se, but he has like very annoying moves. Like his point is he's going to try and attack me here. That's what's happening. Yeah, this is not attractive. I'm just playing on the defensive as it stands now. Just playing on it. My king side is so bad. I wish I could play this so that I could try and sacrifice here and get something out of it. But because with the queen's presence here, he's always going to block this way. So I don't know about that. We can ignore all this and then go this way. I'm actually kind of happy that he played this move. Okay, so he moves the queen out of there. Kind of makes this possible now. The sacrifice is not winning me the game per se. It's just something to consider. But it's something I have to really prepare. Okay, so let's say I play this move attacking this knight. What happens? Ooh, I don't like this. I'll do it. This doesn't work, in case you're wondering. I don't think it does. I don't think I'm winning. I'm wondering, because now bringing my knight into this location, can he play pawn push? Pawn push takes. My rook is the only one defending. He can move his knight, like, I don't know, somewhere and continue the opening the attack. I don't know if that was a sensible move, to be frank. What am I doing? I'm literally putting myself in danger. Like, I kid you not. I'm literally putting myself in danger with these moves I've been making recently. Pawn push, here it comes. Push, okay. Like I said, I wasn't focusing on this. I messed that up. Bro. Well, okay, time. Oh, that was even a worse move. Yeah, that was just, yeah. Time. Yep. Time messed me up. Bernard, I didn't see you. Welcome. You just came to meet me and mess up a position. I was so immersed in that position. I felt there was something I could do, but for some reason I couldn't crack it. I shouldn't have done what I did. I was so immersed in trying to create something on the queen side rather than focusing on just locking down on his king side, on the king side, sorry, and then locking down on the queen side. Because at the point in time he could not approach me on the queen side. Okay. Ooh, we already love this position. We already love this position. We love this position. I don't mean we win it all the time, but we definitely are happy to see this position every single time it happens. So I think we play bishop takes. Knight takes. Queen takes. Like I said, we don't win it 100% of the time, but we definitely do love this position. If he had played queen here, we play pawn takes. But he played the other way around. Bishop. Some try to play the queen check first. Interesting. We can take here, or will this work? No, doesn't work here. I think we can also just take, right? I kind of get confused sometimes. I think it's knight. No, knight. It could be queen takes. Then we use knight afterwards. I don't remember. Queen takes, rook comes in, knight comes in, check. If king comes in this way, we have bishop check. So king mostly comes in this way. Then I think maybe we have this. There's a double check. Right? Let's go for that and see what happens. Maybe our opponent will play something else. This is not a threat. Neither is this a threat. There's also, even with this, there's also queen check. If he blocks this way, there's this check. I don't know. We go that way rather, making this move harder to play. Knight takes, attacking the rook. Rook comes in. I'm not thinking so much. I've spent so much time. If I lose, I lose. Intake. We can check. I think we just take him and then we are free, right? We can check. If he blocks, that's bad, right? Every block move is bad. So I think we just lose the knight because the knight's already bad, right? Knight's already bad, so we just lose the knight. We can attack this guy first. He doesn't have a dark square to target me anymore. Oh boy, that doesn't work. I was so convinced it worked. We can play this move. Still no dark squares my opponent can use. We have ideas of this if my opponent allows it. He's trying to castle. I don't want him to castle. I can't play this move. But I just have to allow. Okay, let's allow him to castle. He doesn't want to castle. That's crazy. Why would you not want to castle? But you're just making my position more active. I mean, that's crazy. Okay. Here on the lights, where's okay. I come in here, he comes in check. That's my mate, so check. Okay, I don't see the point. Okay, he gets me on the dark square, unfortunately. I think there's no point. Oh, boy. Check, I guess, what he's trying to do. I feel like I get what he's trying to do and I'm thinking too much about it. I hate when I get overly conscious about what my opponent is doing. I hate it when I do this, right? Because I could just be fine here and I'm overthinking it. I could just be fine here and I'm just overthinking. Are these games rated? Yes, these games are all rated. So losing to any 1200 is not a joke. Okay. We are very fine. We are very, 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 very fine. We are literally chilling. He can resign, but he won't. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. That was so annoying. I hate when that happens to me. It's happened to me twice today. Like sometimes you are the one who should be pushing for the win, but you start getting too reactive to your opponent's moves, and it makes you lose a lot of games, right? It's something you have to like fight against, that whole tendency to um think that your opponent has something when they don't. And you can see that I was verbalizing it, but I was still falling into it. It's a very funny thing. It's a very, very, oh. You're playing for a win and your opponent plays a slow game, 5+0 Scandinavian. It's so annoying. I know how they feel. Sincerely, I know how they feel. It's not comfortable. I don't remember if this is the move here. I know you can castle queen side, but I don't remember what is the. You play d4 first. d4 knight takes. Let's see. Bishop takes. I think you're fine. Pawn takes, queen takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. It's very complex after pawn takes. Very complex after. I'll just push it one square. I feel like he's trying to go for c4. And in view of c4, this was my response. But after the knight comes. Okay. I think we take with it. Right. Actually, we do. Ah, boy. Oh, I actually did not notice that. I would have just go. Oh, that was bad. That was actually bad. I did not notice that. Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, this is just losing at this point. Because I'm losing 2 pawns. I'm even losing a knight, yeah. Oh, I just blanked out. Oh boy. Oh boy. I blanked out there. I thought I was losing 2 pawns. I was like, okay, I could fight back. I'm losing more than 2 pawns. I just can't. Oh boy. Wait, I think I'm losing to the lower rated players and beating the higher rated players, which is a very bad thing. Yeah, I lost an 1800. I'm losing. Story of my life. Yeah. It's okay. I don't think this is correct in this line. But why not have some? So he's definitely expecting me to castle queen side. I'm streaming, so yes. You just put in. I just put in. The attack. He's going to attack me. I just like he has broke and then starts pawn pushing. I think maybe this one. This is a very slow move to making in such a position. Like there's no reason to make such a move. See how excited he made me get there. The fact that this doesn't work is so annoying. The just sheer fact that it doesn't work is so annoying to me. I'm so concerned about every little thing my opponent can do to me too. Please just play something like this. Come on. You saw it? Oh, okay, what happened? Am I following any tournament right now? No. No. I'm not following any tournament right now. Okay, so we can still play takes with check. Okay, I don't know what I've missed. But if I've missed something, I've missed it. Yes! Oh, I said I'm beating the stronger players and I'm losing to the weaker players. What? Oh, okay. I was going to ask, why are you so interested in it? Faustino Oro. Okay, now maybe I'll check it out. I will check it out. Woo. Wait, he was already down a piece. I did not recognize that. He was already down a piece in that game. Because he allowed pawn push. Walking the knight and the bishop. I took. Nice. Okay, he's lower rated. We know what that means. But I thought you were trying to spell Firouzja, and I realized, no, I've seen what you're talking about. Mostly this is met with c4. Kind of like getting this kind of Sicilian, Moroccan, French, whatchamacallit. There's a line I want to play here, but I don't know. Let's go. Let's play like a Jobaba. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay. All these moves look weird to me. He could. I don't know if he go for it, but he could. Despite the fact that there's no pin, he could. He doesn't. Okay, I don't understand anything my opponent is playing. They may be natural moves, like they are natural moves, but I don't often see this progression of moves, if you can understand that. So I don't get where we are going with this. Like none of this makes sense to me. I'm sure he will take here because if he allows me to take, Slice Square Bishop is annoying though. I'm sure he wanted that, so I'll just give it. There's a significant threat with knight takes. Again, I don't get, like, you get what I'm saying? I don't understand the moves he's making. Like, I see you want to pin, but I don't get it. There's a way we can punish that move. Knight takes, bishop takes, check. Knight takes, check. The way we can punish that move. Yeah, there's a way we can punish. Okay, so since he doesn't do that, we go this way. Check, king moves. What do we do? I don't like the fact that my queen is leaving the whole position. Let's slow it down. Check exists for sure. It does exist. Ah, the queen leaving there makes me want to play this. Oh, actually, it doesn't work. Wow. Did not see the alignment. I would not have played it if I saw the alignment. Oh boy. Okay, so we can go about it this way. This way I prefer. This way I prefer, but my opponent can defend against it. Because if he refuses now, we have this. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, my position is bad for sure. I would also take that risk, right? I think I should have played this check first. Then he blocks. Oh, I think my move order was wrong there. I think the idea was correct, but the move order was wrong. But we still do have this check. He has to find a good way of dodging it. Which, if he doesn't, it's down for all boy. Check. He blocks with his bishop. Bishop takes, rook takes. That's where the issue actually is for me. Bishop takes, rook takes. We can check to keep us in survival, like we don't move immediately. Oh, actually, we still messed up. Yeah, I just the main issue with this whole position is the fact that he has back rank checkmate, and I did not calculate this move for some stupid reason. Yeah, that's it. I actually think I was making a comeback. Yeah, here after this I have check first. Check first is what I should have played. I think so. Check first. If he blocks, that's just game over, right? To check first, he moves out of the check. We come in with the second check. Just the mere fact that he had this, like, I need one extra move. In all the lines, I needed one extra move and I couldn't find it. Simply because if I had to play a defensive move, I thought I was lost there. So maybe I was just losing there, and I'm not accepting that. Let me just be sure. And after this, yeah, it's winning. I'm correct. Would be a check. I thought about playing this move, but this was the most obvious move in my mind. But I didn't know what to do after this. Of course. Obviously, right? It's so obvious. Oh boy, I was not thinking about the fact that the pawn was pinned. I hate that. Because now my opponent doesn't have anything. It's just over. Because the moment you come in here with the queen, right, it's pinned. The king has no choice but to move back, and now you have takes with check, right? This is so stupid. I should have just played it. I'm sure if I had played this and he played this, I would have suddenly noticed this. I'm sure. But I was trying to see it in my mind. That's where the problem was. Oh, that was so sad. I saw this move. But I was like, after the king goes back, you repeat? I don't get it. I was thinking after the king goes back, maybe I'll have to play something like this. And I felt like making this waiting move would be a problem for me. But I was thinking takes. But apparently that is not good for now. Why is it not? Oh, and a bottle of rum. That was crazy. That was actually crazy. That was the first game I played. I think there was something I wanted to check out there. And once again, anytime the stream lags, the point is simply that the page is loading. My PC is not that strong. Yeah, the first game was this was against this game was a game against the 14. I think it was the game against the 14. Yeah. Please, if you haven't already, remember to subscribe, like. They do help me out. I won't check the line that I decided not to go for. Again. Yeah, so he went here, I went takes, he came in here. I traded, which was correct. I was thinking about playing this move. Bishop comes in. Ah, yes. Now this move is not plausible. Yes, it's not plausible. I was thinking he would, I don't know exactly what he would play, like something like this. For example, bringing the rook in. And I was like, I have this move. Because if my opponent plays, let's say, bishop takes or whatever, knight takes, I can take here and I'm still fine. That's what I was thinking, actually, the position. But I realized, okay, yeah. Thank goodness I didn't play the risky move and I went for simple chess. Thank goodness I went for simple chess. But what I'm sure I missed something bigger here. No, I didn't. I played everything correctly. The other game where there was another game. when my opponent made a move and I was like, oh, I'm completely winning here. Which game was that? This. No, he took the C pawn. This is the last game. It's probably that one. Probably this one. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. Let me. I couldn't figure out something here. I don't know if me here. Takes here. Takes there was actually correct. Okay. So in case you're wondering what the trick was, it's basically if you take, you lose your ability to castle. It doesn't matter where you move. You lose your ability to castle. And I'm still up a pawn or up 2 pawns or something like that, right? It's a mistake you should know when you play like these landing systems or Jubava landing systems with this, right? It's easier to initiate with the Jubava because you go d4 knight f3 or knight f3 d4. That way if they go c5 and your bishop is developed, you can easily go for this whole idea. And so when they play this, the engine doesn't give that big of a evaluation. Okay, that's give a big evaluation here. Yeah, this is just completely like you're just in a winning position. I have managed to lose these kinds of positions before. So I'm just wondering, like, yeah, queen takes, and then I played this. So this was correct. There was no need to move the knight anywhere. I thought about playing this, but I immediately saw this move and I wasn't comfortable with it. I felt like my opponent, yes, I'm still up material, but I felt like my opponent is much better off here. There's no pressure on him to do much, right? I was even thinking, oh, he defends here, then maybe I come in this way, but okay, I check him and then, right? The other funny line that I was calculating was the takes here, and if he came in this way, here, king moves, and then here. This was one of the moves I was calculating, the double check. I just wasn't sure after this move. Probably it's fine, but I wasn't sure about this move. I just couldn't figure it out. There's check here, but it's like we're repeating. So I wasn't sure. Let me just use the engine to figure it out, yeah. It's still winning. Okay, so what if he goes here? What's the problem? Knight f4 is checkmate. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. So he would have to trade off with the queen, right? No, he would have to move all the way back. So like we are repeating the position, right? And what do we change it? Bishop! Oh my goodness. Oh, I was on the edge of something creative. Bishop, he blocks with his bishop, for sure. Then we just trade off. Is that all? Queen takes, we win the rook. Okay, okay. Okay, queen takes, we win the rook. I was on the edge of something. Oh, why couldn't I be this creative? This would have been so much better. Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm talking like he actually played it. No, he didn't. He played a completely different line. I was actually looking at this line if he played it. That's where my focus was. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that pawn was bad. Then, like this, the move he made here just did not make any sense. It just did not make any sense. I think even if I let him win the knight, I was still winning. I think even if I won the knight, I was still winning. Nice. Nice. That was a cool game. Okay. Let's keep up the okay. Somebody wants boring chess, we'll play. We would definitely play boring chess. We can play c6. F3, yep. We're gonna have a slow positional game in a 55-minute blitz. We'll have to figure things out. Let's use the. I don't want to use that. I'm a little bit concerned about this. But I realize that moving the pawn 2 squares doesn't really. Still doesn't. Mm. Mm. Does he really want that trade? I have control over the file, so this trade I think is better for him. I'm not so sure. Bishop is not getting active. Oh, brother. These small misses are very crucial in my opinion. Because pawn push doesn't work because the knight comes in and is a problem. So we have to play this. I just. So now I have this weakness. I'm just down one pawn, but it feels like I'm down more than a pawn. Literally feels like I'm down more than a pawn. What's up? That was why did I move my bishop there? I do not know. Knight comes in check, just going to just. Where am I? What's like good for me is that this kind of position is good for the person with the bishop. Do I have a chance here? Maybe. I think I should trade here. No, I shouldn't have traded here. No, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. He just comes in this way. Yeah. That was dumb. I should have waited a bit. Yeah, that was dumb. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited a bit. That was too rushed. I thought it was like one file difference, but nah. And even if that was the case, my king could not capture those 2 pawns. So that was just a very bad decision to make there. That was just a very bad decision to make. Oh. Oops. Let's see. Bishop. Let's cast it. I think I should have thought a little bit more. There was a match. Actually, currently it's going to be a very slow plan. We'll go this way. Ooh. Go this way. I'm gonna play this. He doesn't. Goes back. 4. D4, you're gonna play this. So we just play this stretch, right? I'm not even try. This is getting better from us. My opponent's completely fine with all these. He's gonna push you. He's not completely averse to that whole idea. Difference in regards to like end game, why I think I'm okay is on the basis of pawn color. I can't do much. quite locked. Oh no. I can't easily move. Okay. Will you lock the position again? Doesn't. You definitely lock it after this, right? Takes doesn't work. Let's go back. Takes. Still don't like it, but we can trade off all the rooks on the board, right? And maybe then I think I have it. Right? Yeah. And then my king. Actually I have pawn push here. Right, yeah, pawn push here. Very good for me. Take. Now we have a passed pawn. Problem is the positioning of the pieces. Okay, let's go. Takes. Yeah, so this is basically the advantage I was saying that I had. It's possible to win this with the time allotted, but it's going to take some work. Okay. You're gonna go to the. You have to win this pawn. I think we can draw this. I think we can draw. Depending on my opponent plays, we might be. I think with that king move is actually bad. Whoa! With that king move is actually bad. Maybe he can't actually draw it. I was thinking you come in this way. I push. Yeah, you can't sacrifice it. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, maybe here, he didn't even have the opportunity, right? He needed a way of coming in this way. So I think after pawn push, he should have come this way. But then I'd have just played it either ways. And then if you trade off, I'm still close enough. But I think he was just losing there. That was like very interesting. That was actually like a very, very interesting position. Yeah, I think the moves were very key. Yeah, so you began to see like what I was talking about. Why even though I didn't like the position for myself, I did see this, and if there was any way I could get into an endgame where it's just bishops on the board, then there's a likelihood. The endgame, I didn't really plan everything. I was just not liking my position. Like here, but like the way he allowed this trade, and then eventually g4 was in. I think we were completely drawn before g4. Let me just like put it this way. Yeah, so I played this move, comes back, pawn push, goes in this way, back here, and then from this point we're just winning. So I think the decision to trade off here was very, very crucial. Right? Takes. And at this point, after king takes, you have to say, I think g4 is the only good move here. B5 is a very crazy move. I don't understand. B5. If my opponent takes, what do I do? You still play the same. I don't get the point. I don't even know if G4 was good. To be frank, I thought I could play something else other than G4. But from this point, I was just trying stuff. Eventually. And with 20 seconds, there's no way I'm going to mess this up. Sorry, not mess this up. There's no way I'm going to, especially since I'm getting a queen. It's gonna be okay. Who knows? Maybe if he realized that the time was that big of a deal, he would have played on. But I want to figure something out. Yeah, I think I rushed with the placement of my rook. I think I rushed with the placement of my rook. Because the idea that popped into my head, if you can remember this pawn structure, the pawn structure is like a Carlsbad, right? And ideally in the Carlsbad, you want to go for these b4, b5 ideas, the minority attack. So I noticed it, but then I realized my formation just doesn't support the idea. I tried going back to it, but I realized, no, the way the position is going, this is just too slow of an idea, right? So just for like comparison's sake, I played a recent game where this happened. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? What is this? What is this? Oh, it's on Cherry.com. Wait a second, let me check it also. Check on Cherry.com. No, it wasn't Cherry.com. When did I play that game? This game was after the game. I think it's this. Yeah, I think it's this. Right? And I'll show you me going for this idea, right? So this same like thing, my opponent is playing sort of like a stonewall formation here. But then the position gets to this point and I'm like, wait, this looks familiar. Right, so here you can see that the queen is not there, like we don't have that structure in the other game. So immediately I play rook to b1. Because I recognize that there's an idea you can go for here. And this even makes it like more clear. And this is basically what gives me a winning edge in the position. Because you weaken your opponent's structure, this pawn becomes like a backward pawn. And you have like ideas in the position. So eventually, I mean, after some blunders, we got the win. So it's good to always have a knowledge of pawn structures. It's good to always have that like knowledge of pawn structures so that you can know of various plans and ideas that you can go for. Here I was actually going in blind because I wasn't so sure of what I was doing. Especially here, I got, you could see I was like really trying, and my opponent was kind of like allowing me, which is why I was so confident, right? But he did manage to like disassemble. Like for example here, I thought like it's just a straight queen comes in here. Because I can't defend this pawn. But like my opponent autopiloted the whole position. And I thought in this position, black is just like either better or it's even. Yeah. But we managed to claw our way back. Nice. Again, I still haven't been able to fix the mic, as in the stand. That's why I'm still using the bad mic. But I'm hoping that either maybe I have to get, what do you call it? The mic arm, and use that so that, because I know the audio is not as good as it usually is. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around despite the bad audio. Is TKB streaming? I don't think he is. Yep. Is TKB streaming? He is not. Okay, then thank you guys so much. As always, I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.